Hello guys, in this video we'll solve the problem majority element. So this is one of the problem from the LeetCode 30-day May challenge. Given an array of size n, find the majority element. So the majority element is the element that appears more than n by 2 times. They have also given that you may assume that the array is non-empty and the majority element always exists in the array. So let's not generalize this, and we'll solve also for the case that what if the majority element does not exist in the array. So, and in some of the cases they may ask like that, return -1 if there is no majority element. So this is one of the problem that you can solve in numerous ways. So let's in this video we'll see three approaches to solve this problem. So first thing that comes to mind is when you see this more than number of times, or the frequency or count of the element, so then you can remember that can I use hash map, so to store the count of each of the elements and then see if any element has the count more than n by 2. So yeah, this is one of the approach. So method 1 is using hash maps. So what I can do is I can have a map, okay, and I can keep storing the frequency. So if I consider this example, so in the map, okay, so let me put this here. So I go on through one element at a time, and if the element is not there, I put update the map. So with that count with 1, otherwise I'll update the count, so +1. So first I go here, 3 is not in the map, so I put 3 with a count of 1. Then I go here, I find 2, I put 2 in the map with a count of 1. So next I go to 3, so 3 is already there in the map, so I'll update its count to 2. And then I would see if I have any elements so that have the frequency more than n by 2. So here if I iterate through this map and see, I have this n is 3 here, so n by 2 is 1. So if there is any element more than that, so you have 3 with a count 2, so you return this 3. So if we see for the second example also, it would be same. So it's just you have to keep the count of the variables. I mean not variables, I mean array elements. So this is one approach. So the other approach, so method 2. So here what you can do is you can sort the array. So this the first approach using hash map, it would take extra space to store the frequencies in the hash map. So you should be asking, can we do better? So the other approach that you can take is like you can sort this array, right? So if you sort this array, you get 2 3 3, and I see this is, you can observe it by the pattern. So if you see the n by 2th elements, so if the array occurs n by if there are so if any elements occur n by 2 times, so then here that element would be at the n by 2th position. So you check this n by 2th position. So here it is 3, and in another iteration you have to go through this entire array and then check how many times 3 is present. So this is the majority candidate, that is, if there is a majority element, then this is the majority element, otherwise there may not be majority element as well. But in this problem they have given that there always exists a majority element, so you can simply return 3. So otherwise you may have to check again. So I'll go to this entire array and see how many times 3 is present. So here you get 2 times, so 2 is greater than the length by 2, so you can return 3. So one edge case that can occur is if I have the element 1 2 3, so array elements. So then here 2 is the mid element, so n by 2th, but 2 is only present once, so there is no majority element at all. That is another case that may occur, but not in this question. So here when you take this as a majority candidate and go through this array, you get the count as 1, so which is not greater than n by 2, so you return -1, that there is no majority element. So now we'll go to the method 3. So before going to method 3, so let's see what was the complexities in the method 2. So it was in place, I mean it didn't require any extra space, but it required n log n time to sort the array, so which is again complex. So we should be seeing if we can do anything better. So there is another optimized approach called Moore's voting algorithm. So this is very easy algorithm. If you understood the intuition behind it, you feel like, why didn't I think of it? So here what we do is when there is any element and any different element, we go on cancelling them. So and only the last element that remains, it is a majority candidate. That is, if there is a majority element, then that is the element. So if we see this example, so here it is 3 and here we have 2. So these two are different. So I'll cancel these out, this 3 and this 2. So then the remaining element is this 3, right? So if there is a majority element, then this 3 is the majority element. So in some cases, so there may not be a majority element as we have seen. So if I consider this array 1, 2 and 3, so I can cancel out this 1 and 2. So but then you have only 3, but 3 is a majority candidate. So again you have to check this array if 3 occurs more than n by 2 times. So if it does not, then there is no majority element at all. But if there is a majority element, then this is the candidate. So that way, so this in the first iteration it will give the majority candidate, and then you have to see if it is the majority element. So here you cancelled out these two things, but then again 3 remains. So the majority candidate is 3. So again I would iterate through this array and take a count of how many times 3 is present. So here 3 is present 2 times, which is more than length by 2. So I would return 3 as a majority candidate. So if we see this example, right, so this 2 is there once, and for this again there is 1 1, right? So I can cancel these two out, and again I have 2, and for this I have 1, right? So I can cancel this out, and for this 1, right, I have another 2 which are different, so I can cancel this out. So finally only 1 2 remains. So and now if you go on checking this, 2 is present 4 times, and which is more than length by 2. So hence you return 2 is the majority element. So this is just based on intuition, right? So if I have n sized array and some element occurs more than n by 2 times, then when you cancel all the elements that are not occurring n by 2, not repeated or majority element, then there is only one element that is remaining, that has to be the majority candidate. If there is a majority element, then that should be, because it is present more times. So that is the basic intuition behind this problem. So coming back to the question, like how can you code this? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll assume the first one as the majority element here, I mean candidate, and so I'll have the index of it here, and then this element is present only once, I mean the majority candidate, and next I go on iterating through the next elements. So here from the next element onwards basically, so I will be here, I mean I index majority index, I'll put this 0th element, then I would start from here. So I'll see if this is same, this current ith element is same as that of the majority index. If so, I'll increment this count from 1 to 2. So there are two candidates basically. I mean 2, the frequency or the count of it is 2. So then I'll go one step again to this. So now I'll see if it is same. If it is not same, I'll decrement this 1 to 1, I mean by 1. So next I goes here. So this is also not same as the majority index, right? So I'll put this as, again I'll decrement this count to 0. So when I brought this count to 0, so then what it signifies is that I have got this pair, right, for this majority element, I mean index, what we assumed as majority, I got two other elements. So that made this as 0. So these two, until this array ith, whatever I have, so this cannot be a majority candidate at all. So what I can do is now I'll assume the new one, I plus 1th element, as majority candidate. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So and I'll start from the next element onwards, and this element is present once, right? So I put the count as 1 and I check from next, is it same? No, right? So then I'll decrement the count, so it became 0. So for this element 1 that I assumed majority, I already got a pair for it, so that nullifies that. So this became 0. So when the count is 0, I bring it to next one. So this cannot be the majority elements at all, because there is a pair that nullifies it. So I'll assume the next one as the majority index. So next one is 5th one, and I make the count as 1. So but here I reach the end of the array. So when you reach the end of the array, if I have any index, so that I have, that is the majority candidate. So it need not be the majority element, but it is a good candidate. If there is a majority element, then that is it. So then I will check again 2 how many times it is present. So here it is present 4 times. So I'll get which is greater than length by 2. So I'll return 2. So if we see how we can code this up. So I have the same majority index and the count. So initialize to 0 and this count is 1. So from the second element onwards, I would go through the end of the array, and if the current element is the majority index, I mean the element majority candidate, so then I'll increment the count, otherwise I'll decrement the count. And if any time I got the nullifying pair here, so that is count is 0, so then the whole part that is to the left of it doesn't constitute for the majority candidate, so I'll increment this I plus plus, and the next element I assume to be majority index, and again initialize this count to 1. So in the end, again I am checking if this majority candidate that I got, so is present more than n by 2 times. So if it is present, then I return that element, otherwise I would return -1. So if we submit this code, yeah, this got accepted. So if you like this video, hit the like button and share among your friends, and hit the subscribe button. Thank you.